So we were seeing the working of a battery or a cell. So what happened? It has a positive electrode, a negative electrode and a electrolytic solution. When a resistor is connected, current goes from positive electrode to negative electrode through this resistor. So, but one thing I mentioned, that if the current is outside going from this positive electrode to negative electrode, then there must be some kind of current that is going from negative to positive electrode through electrolyte. Same thing they are mentioning, a steady current is maintained because flow from N to P through the electrolyte. So why a steady current could be maintained? Because there is a constant flow of charge carriers from N to P through electrolyte. So outside current is flowing from P to N, but same type of current is in reverse direction, is flowing from N to P. Only then this circuit will be completed. Now if you complete this circuit, you can see like this. So now this circuit is complete. So outside current goes from P to N, but inside this battery current goes from N to P. So reverse direction inside the battery. So please remember, inside the battery current goes from N to P, outside it goes from P to N, positive to negative, but inside negative to positive. Now clearly across the electrode the same current flows through the electrolyte, but from N to P, whereas through R it flows from P to N. Same thing, outside it is flowing from positive to negative, inside the battery it flows from negative to positive, same amount of current. Now this, but if you see this diagram once again, if you see the outside resistance was capital R, but if you see this diagram, so in this diagram, in between this negative electrode and this positive electrode, there is an electrolyte. So there is some solution in between them. So there must be some resistance as well. So what we have, so they are not directly connected. There is some resistance between this negative electrode and this positive electrode, and the resistance of this electrolyte is small r. Small r is the resistance of this electrolytic solution in between these point A and B. Again, this is not the resistance of whole electrolyte solution. It is the resistance of this electrolyte solution between points B and point A, because the current is not directly going through, current is going through this electrolyte solution. So small r is the internal resistance or the resistance of the electrolytic solution between point A and B. So this is called internal resistance of the cell. Now let us consider the first situation where R is infinite. What is the meaning of R infinite? R is infinite means, so there is no external connection. So battery has positive, battery has negative terminal, and these are not connected. In no connection case, R is infinity. That means there is no resistance or infinitely many resistance, and there is, this is in electrolytic solution. So this was the battery, these were in electrolytic solution, this was point A, this was point B, current was going from B to A. So now let us see what happened. R is infinite, that means there is no current going outside. So in that case, I is equal to V upon R, that is 0, because R is infinity. So our current in this circuit is 0 because R is infinity. So V is the potential difference between P to N. This was P, this was N. So what is V now? V is the potential difference between P and now. So V, potential difference between P and A. Okay. So A point was here, B point was here. So plus potential difference between B and A. So potential difference between positive electrode and electrolyte solution, potential difference between B and N, potential difference between N and B means potential difference between negative electrode and electrolytic solution, and this potential difference between the electrolytic solution at point A and B. Understand this once again. So what they are trying to say, what is this V? Outside I was 0 because R was infinity, current was 0. Now what is the potential? Potential has three components. One, potential between positive electrode and electrolyte solution. This is first term, P and A. Potential difference between B and N, that means potential difference between negative electrode and electrolytic solution. And third term, potential difference between A and B, because there is some distance between this electrolytic solution points A and B, so some potential difference would be there. So this total potential difference has three terms. So potential difference between A and P, potential difference between A and B, and potential difference between B and N. So all three terms. In that case, when R is infinite, this is equal to EMF. So this is called EMF. When there is no external resistance connected to the cell, then the potential difference is equal to the EMF. So let us see what is there. Thus EMF epsilon is the potential difference between positive and negative electrodes in an open circuit. In an open circuit, because circuit was open, R was infinity. For an open circuit, R is infinity. For a short circuit, R is 0. This is open. In case open, there is only air, and air has very large or infinitely many resistance. This is called short. Short has 0 resistance. That means it is connected through wire. So these are two conditions. So now circuit is open, R is infinity. So EMF is the potential difference between positive and negative electrodes in an open circuit, or when no current is flowing through the cell. So this is called EMF. Let us say now second case, R is not infinite, R is finite. There is some value of R. Okay, in that case R is finite, I is not 0. There would be some value of I. V is equal to IR or I is equal to V upon R. Then in that case, potential difference between P and N. So what will happen? So this difference, again this V, how can we see the potential difference between P and A? That means electrolytic solution and positive electrode, that was already V positive, that we know. Potential difference between B and N, that was V negative, that we already know. That means electrolytic solution and negative. So these two terms are there. Now the potential difference between these points A and B. A and B, what is that? So this current or this drop must be equal to that outside current. Outside current and this inside currents were equal. Both the currents were equal. Only thing is that this current was in opposite direction. So current in opposite direction was minus I and the resistance was R. So potential difference between these points VAB, what is VAB? Current in negative direction, outside current is in positive direction, that means plus I, inside current is in negative direction, and V is equal to IR, R inside is small r. So the total potential now is V positive plus V negative minus IR, and this V positive and V negative was epsilon minus IR. So this is the case when there is some resistance which is not infinity. Now when can we say that in practical calculations resistance of a cell may be neglected, because this R is generally very small. So what is the condition? This R is very small when this epsilon is greater than IR. So if this IR, that means this internal potential drop is very less in comparison to the EMF of cell. Let us say the EMF of the cell is 2 volt and this potential drop inside the electrolytic solution is 0.01 volt. So then we can neglect this term. So, but the internal resistance R for dry cells is very high. The internal resistance for dry cell is very high, and for electrolytic cells, so for electrolytic cells it is quite low, but for dry cells this is quite high. So we can only neglect this IR when it is small in comparison to EMF of the cell. So now from Ohm's law we know V is equal to IR, and combining these two equations, V is equal to IR, and from cell's internal resistance epsilon minus IR. This is from the internal part equation and this is from the external. So we had a circuit, this was our circuit. So outside it was I current was flowing, R was the resistance, and with inside the cell it was epsilon minus IR. So these two must be equal. So potential difference here was V, here was also V. So V is equal to IR is equal to epsilon minus IR. So let us take I common. So I goes to one side. So IR minus and minus plus. IR is equal to epsilon. I is common. R plus R is equal to epsilon, and then this goes into denominator. I is equal to R plus R. That means what is the current flowing in a circuit is the EMF of the cell divided by the external resistance and internal resistance of the cell. So the maximum current that can be drawn from a cell is when R is equal to 0. That means there is no external resistance. How can we get external resistance to be 0? This is the condition of short. That means terminals are connected by a simple wire. So in that case, however, in most cell maximum allowed current is much lower than this to prevent damage to cell. So this R can be 0 only when we connect the two terminals using a simple wire.